So because I can't leave things well enough alone, we're making some changes on my 2008 Honda Shadow here. We're already bobbed in the rear. We got 14 degrees of extra rake in the front, 8-inch over fork tubes. Recently, I've decided, though, that I want to go with a TJ Brutal Custom style gas tank, because I already run their velocity stack, high-low drag pipes, I got a set of the foot pegs, the AIS delete kits in here because emissions is stupid, and I think the tank is really going to blend everything together because we're going for that old-school chopper look. And I'd just like to take a moment to say that we are affiliated with TJ Brutal Customs, so if you're interested in something on their website and want to save a buck or two, if you use code LuckyAcesWriting at checkout or the affiliate link in the description below, you'll save 15%, and I'll get a little bit of commission, which is a big old thumbs up from me. Thank you so much, guys. That's a great way to support the channel. And today we're going to focus on the rear because if you've noticed, I went ahead and I put the hard struts back on this bike. We took the shocks off again. Rest in peace, my back. But for what we want to do, it's necessary because what I want to do is I want to replace this blue collar bobber's fender with this 6-inch wide chopper fender I found. The reason I did that is because I want to run this hardtail Sissy bar. Now this is actually legit hardtail. This is the good chrome. This is from, God, this has got to be from the 60s or 70s. There's a lot of patina on this, like actual chunks missing and whatnot. If this thing could tell stories, oh my gosh, imagine the places this thing has been. But if we want to do the Sissy bar, we have to change the fender because this fender is 7 inches wide and it physically does not fit. What I'm hoping, though, is because this is a swing arm bike, I'm hoping I can use some of the blue collar bobber's mounting points. Pardon me, because I already took this bolt out, so it's not like it's loose laying on the road anywhere. I actually took this out beforehand because I wasn't going to film this, and I was like, you know what? Won't take very long. Let's go ahead and knock it out. There's a little bracket on the left side here. There's a bracket that connects to the swing arm that the fender bolts to. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. And then over here on the left side, it does come with a bracket for the left side. But what I did is I adapted this license plate mount when I put the fender on. So if the Sissy bar works out, what we might do is move the plate and the brake light to the Sissy bar because I really like that look. But I'm not 100% sure. That's yet to be determined. And since I already took the other side loose, we're going to go ahead to the left side of the bike. These are both 13 millimeters. I already kind of loosened this one up a little bit. I started to. I'm going to pop these side brackets off. Because the other thing about this fender is this can't support a passenger, which I've never really had a passenger, so it's not really a big concern. But I don't know. Maybe one day I will. Who knows? I'm hoping the hardtail Sissy bar is going to give us the extra little bit of support we need. Pull that out. And the front of the fender actually has a plate riveted to it that's got like a threaded bolt or something sticking out. So we're just going to come in here with our wrench. 13 millimeter. And I probably should have taken this off before I put the hard struts on. This would be a heck of a lot easier to get to, but hey, we'll manage. We shouldn't have to take it out completely because I should be able to slide this fender over. The bracket is notched. Should be able to slide that over and up and out maybe. Boom, there we go. Alright, the fender's off, and I kind of don't hate that no fender look. That might be a better look at that bracket right there. Alright, next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if the Sissy bar lines up with the brackets on each side, loosely throw some bolts in, and then see if we can kind of get our angle. Now, the tricky part is going to be lining it up and getting the spacing correct, because on the left side, this bike is shaft drive, so the fender mount sticks out a bit further on that side than it does on this side. And this guy's also just bolted to the axle tube or shaft or whatever you want to call it, so that can slide back and forth, but it's already as far out as it's going to get. So if we set it on top of the tire, just like so, swing over to the left side of the bike, this bracket, if I swap this out, it's essentially going to be in the same place. So I don't know if that's going to do what we want. I'm going to try to get a bolt in there real quick, or at least try to stick it through the back side to where we can at least pivot. Because that already doesn't seem like it's going to possibly work the way I want it to. Because even sitting like so, we're still biased to the left pretty good. Let's see if we can do something on this side, maybe. Might need to bend that just a hair. It's still digging into the tire. That's the thing, is like this whole right side needs to be further out. Which may require some bending of this thing if we want to go with this. Yeah, can I get a bolt in there? Can I get a bolt in there? I know the angle's all completely screwed up. I just wanted to hold in place. so it'll hold it for the time being. We would definitely have to spacer something here on the left, and we would definitely probably have to put a little more bend in this thing, but the way it currently sits, that's still some pretty decent gap. Not quite enough to get my finger in there, but with everything being static, it should be far enough away from the tire. Now, whether or not it's fully centered is another story. Oop, don't. Just stay right there, darling. Or fall over slightly, whatever. But as far as how it sits, that's actually kind of what I'm looking for. Especially since I put the 12-inch apes back on here. Yeah, that... God, I want to make this thing work so bad. So bad. So, not 100% perfect. Minor bending needed, but I think this is going to work with these brackets. I'm pretty sure I can make this work. And once we add the fender into the mix, everything is going to be nice and supported. Everything's going to be nice and tight. I'll have to figure out a spacer on the other side. I'll probably end up moving the license plate and the stoplight up top. Still not 100% sure. But let's grab the fender and kind of make sure the curvature and everything is what we need. And that's mainly what I wanted to do today. So the fender I ended up going with was a 6-inch wide fender I found on the internet. I do like this one because it has a nice little flare at the end. I think that's going to look really cool. Obviously, it's probably way too long for what we need. And I know a lot of guys, a lot of the way you mount these fenders is you mount them to where the front kind of covers the front of the tire. But since I'm using the Blue Collar Bobber's bracket, it's going to have to cut somewhere kind of in this area, similar in length to the Blue Collar Bobber fender. But the main thing I want to do right now is make sure the curvature lines up with the top of the Sissy bar, which ideally would sit somewhere kind of up like that, and in line with the bracket up front. So overall fender length at this moment in time is less important than curvature. Whether or not this can actually connect to that front bracket, which is going to end up needing a bolt, probably tack welded on the inside, and I think that's actually going to line up pretty good. We could actually probably bring it all the way forward. I don't know how well you guys can see that in there, but I think that's flat enough to where we could get a bolt in there, and I do like that. I like it kind of impacting or just slightly raised from there. That gives us a bit more coverage in the front. Obviously, that's not going to work with the length. I'm going to want it sitting probably somewhere right here, but I think for what we want to do, that's going to work. Tires are going to stick out the side just a little bit. Unless you guys think we need to keep the full length. I'm not 100% sure. I can't leave it like this, so I'm not going to be able to tell until I review the footage. But most likely, yeah, I'll cut it to trim. This little flare piece sits kind of a few inches past the Sissy bar, I think. I don't want to go 100% vertical. Probably tilt it back kind of somewhere in that general area. But for reference purposes, this is about what it's going to look like with the Frisco-style tank. But if we wanted to go super crazy and not cut the rear fender to get as much coverage in the rear as possible, this is about the best we could do. I'm not going to cut this fender yet, just because I'm not 100% sure. I want to review the footage, and I need to figure something out for paint. Because the next step is going to be mounting this gas tank, which is going to happen, like, soon. And I got to get this thing painted, like, ASAP, man. I got to get this thing back on the road, because I am itching to ride this bike. But this fender is definitely going to work, and I'm pretty confident I can make this Sissy bar work as well. Minor bending, minor tweaks to the mounts should be easy enough. And honestly, after this iteration of the bike, this has to be it, because I gotta stop busting with stuff. And if you'd like to see a video of the first major surgery we did on this thing, the first time bobbing this thing out, you can check that video out right here. As always, y'all be good. See ya!